Top 10 worst humans of all time by Austin, which is me. Let's get straight into this. At number 10, we got none other than the Big H, Hitler. This is a picture of him right here. And my reasoning for this, he is quite low on the list, but I do have my good reasonings. So what he did to make him so bad, his logo was too bland and unoriginal, which is a big no-no. If you take a look at his arm sleeves, that is quite bland. You know, it lacks a lot of effort and creativity. So for that puts him down at number 10 on the list. It only gets worse from here though. However, additionally, he does have a weird mustache as well. I'm not a big fan of it. I don't like how it cuts off at the end. Looks a bit like a genetic mutation, if you will. Just not a great style in my opinion. Also, his hair looks kind of similar to mine. Not a big fan of that. Also, he was good at painting. This was more of an envious hatred because I'm not very good at painting myself. So the fact that he is good at painting really pisses me off. Oh yeah, he was also the proprietor of a major Holocaust and the slaughter of millions. So yeah, it's not very great. At number 9, we got the Michelin Man. This might be a controversial take. However, you guys do not know the history like I do. This is a picture of him right here, by the way. Tell me he does not look creepy. He looks like ice cream, but inedible. So just makes him worse. Why do you look like ice cream if you can't eat him? Also, he does look extremely uneasy to look at. And additionally, he was the sole cause of the proxy wars between dire nations during circa 1950s, which was during the time of the Cold War era. And for proof, here's a picture of the Michelin Men during that period of time where they caused, you know, the proxy wars during the Cold War. That's bad. Anyhow, at number 8, we got Jeff Epp, the big J.E. This is a picture of him right here. Look at him. Real people's pleaser. Looks weird. That is my main reasoning on why he is pretty low on this list. Number 8. I do not like the way he looks. Additionally, he also looks like he touches kids. I mean, tell me that doesn't look like a kid toucher. So that's why he is number 8 on the list. But for number 7, this is where it gets a little interesting. We got Albert Einstein. This is a picture of him right here with his tongue sticking out. Very immature, very childish. He traded his naturally gifted intellect for a receding hairline, as proven right here in the image above. Receding hairline, yet one of the smartest and greatest minds on the planet. So for that reason, that makes him pretty evil. Additionally, he probably contracted many STDs, such as AIDS, through his sexual prime. So that was more of a hypothesis, a rough estimate, I guess. But I trust my instincts, and my instincts tell me that. So that is another reason why he is at number 7 on this list of top 10 worst humans. But additionally, his last name's too similar to Epstein, which if you guys do not remember is the number 8 on this list, Jeff Epp. For number 6, we have Saddam Hussein. This is a picture of him right here. He was a brutal dictator. He committed mass atrocities and genocides and aggressive warfare, extreme internal repression, and suppression of minorities and religious groups. So a real no-no, real bad person overall, which is why he is ranked at number 6 on this list. You know, pretty high up, you know, almost one of the top 5 worst humans of all time, but not quite there yet. Unfortunately, I don't think he'll ever reach those ranks because his days are, you know, long past him. However, that's number 6. Let's move on to number 5, in which we got Joseph Stalin. A real bad one. It's a picture of him right here. It looks pretty similar, actually. Wait, hold on. Yeah, it looks kind of similar. But he ruled the Soviet Union through systematic terror, forced collectivization, and labor camps, leading to the death of millions of his own citizens. So, self-killing, you know, friendly fire. Not something that, you know, I'm too fond of. They actually used to have friendly fire back in the days in Fortnite before people started killing each other, and then they had to get rid of it. So, just like, you know, in history, they had to get rid of Joseph Stalin for friendly fire. He also caused extreme paranoia, ruthless authoritarian ideology, and a complete disregard for human life. Shit, if I was in his time, he would have slaughtered me ruthlessly. So I don't really like him for that, but that is the main reasons why Joseph Stalin cracked the top 5 of this list. However, these next 5 are much worse, and this is where we start seeing imminent threats to our society. Some are even modern, so let's get straight into it. At number 4, we got Jynxzi. It's a picture of him right here. And he leads an authoritarian rule amongst young innocent children with the means and hopes of overtaking humanity within the next decade. That is not something I am very fond of, and honestly, we do have to stop this. This is a prime example of a modern threat to society, so definitely have to stop him. He also doesn't know where Darth Maul got sneakers from. For number 3, we got Jynxzi. It's a picture of him right here. He can't be deadlocked, which is a very easy entry-level Geometry Dash demon. That is quite frankly almost as worse as all the past atrocities I've named off on this list of top 10 worst humans. However, the next one is even worse. He is buns at Clash Royale. How? How do you suck it? It's pay to win. I'm getting sad just looking at this, but finally, he doesn't know where Darth Vader got his maws from. Number 2, Genghis Khan. This is a bad one. This is a picture of him right here. Another Asian brother, or brother from another mother, if you will. I'm not very proud of being related to this man right here. However, his campaigns featured mass exterminations of civilian populations, use of psychological terror, and the destruction of countless cities and cultures across Europe, and Asia. That is horrible. In addition, mass extermination, terror attacks, and ecological and cultural devastation are 3 of many horrible things that Genghis Khan has brought to society upon his living life, which concludes the second worst human that has ever graced this planet. And now we get to the number 1 worst human in the world, Jynxzi. It's a picture of him right here. He is from Tarpon Springs. Any living, breathing human who comes out of Tarpon Springs alive should be the most feared human on this planet. And quite frankly, the worst of the worst. He is also bald, so that is a big no-go, as shown on the image above me. So yeah, that is the top 10 worst humans. Oh wait, he also doesn't know where Darth Maul got sneakers from.